This week in our winter gardens, we've been looking at sowing seeds indoors. So when you sow seeds indoors, you're going to have a lot less light. So we are doing something today that will help give the seeds a little bit more light, give them a little bit of a helping hand. We don't have a greenhouse outside. I know a lot of people do, but we don't. So they go from the windowsill and then they literally just get planted straight outside. So this is what we use, and me and Clayton are going to show you how you can make it. We started by finding a nice sturdy cardboard box that we could cut up and tape up with some paper tape. So we made it into the size that we needed for this particular windowsill. It's got a windowsill but then a slightly bigger one, so we're just using the smaller part of this windowsill. So I cut it into two parts so that I can make sure it is exactly the right size. So again, using the paper parcel tape, I'm just sticking these together to make sure that it's going to be stable. So putting a section across the top and then across the two sections that are joining. This is paper parcel tape, so you can put this straight into the compost once you've finished. So we're going to turn this around so you can see how it actually fits in the window from the other side. So you've got the base, the sides, and you've got it quite far up the window. So it's a perfect fit for this window we're using. So here's me and Clayton starting to cover this. We used to use the foil sheets that runners get after they have a race, because they come really big, but they are so thin that whenever we use them, we have to just throw them away afterwards. So we're kind of getting a bit too disposable for my liking. So we got some foil from the supermarket, and after we finish this, we will either store this, which we probably won't because it's quite big. We will take the foil off and fold it up, and we will use it again next year. So this is something that we're not taping on too much so that we can remove it a lot easier. So you can see we have covered the sides and all the way up the back. So it's got a really good backdrop for the light to hit and reflect back onto the seeds. Because you get leggy seeds from windowsills, this just gives it a little bit more reflection. It actually gives it a little bit more heat because the air is getting trapped in between this little section. So it fits perfectly on the windowsill, and here is it turned around, and you can see almost instantly how much more light is getting reflected straight off this, and the sun's low, it's not even out. So while I carried on faffing around putting this on the windowsill, making sure it was right, Clayton was sowing some lupin seeds into his toilet roll inserts, into his cartons, and then placed 4 of them into this area. So you can see already the light is bouncing off the window and it is looking great. So here's what it looks like from the outside. It's got a full backdrop, nice and high, sides nice and high, and it really gives it a reflective property. So enjoy that activity.